Hey everybody, I'm VR Nosy. I normally do product reviews on VR related products. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I have got a new massage chair and I couldn't find any information out there about it. So I thought I would do a quick review on the OSAKI OS Capella massage chair. This is a zero gravity massage chair. And So far, I am really liking the massage. There are some ups and some downs to this chair, so let's kind of dig in and talk about it. So to start off with, I'll talk about some of the negatives that I found in this chair. So one of the negatives that I don't like about this chair is that there are no hip airbags. There are shoulder airbags, which work great, but when it comes to that hip area, no airbags there for the massage. You only have the L-track roller, which does a great job on that lower back, buttocks region, but it will not, put that pressure on your hips. So be aware of that. The second thing that is a downside on this chair, if you're into the Bluetooth music at all, I find that the speakers are placed in a really, really weird position right here to where they almost get covered up by the flaps and the parts of the chair. And even if I pull this all the way back so that you actually have full access, one of the speakers here is still completely almost halfway covered up, whereas the one on the right is not. So what happens for me is that most of my sound is actually coming out of the right speaker, but my sound on my left side is very muffled because it's actually covered up by part of the chair here. Now I can push this down to try and get more of the speaker to be visible, but it eventually just kind of fluffs its own way back out. And if you actually want this down, again, that don't help it. So that was a very bad placement on the actual speakers. I mean, it could not have been any worse placement. I don't know what they were thinking by putting this there. So if you're really into Bluetooth sound, this may not be the chair for you because the sound is going to be really muffled because the way it was designed, it actually covers up the speakers. And so those are really the two things that I dislike about the chair. Now let's talk about the things that I really do like about the chair. This chair offers a phenomenal foot massage, calf massage. I love how well my feet and my legs feel after getting a massage in this chair, and it does a great back massage all the way down to the buttocks, to the upper back and the shoulders. It's going to feel phenomenal with this L-track that's in this chair. I've tried other chairs with SL, L-track, and this chair specifically really gets that punch and gets up into your back. It's not a weak massage. Now you can control it and make it a weaker massage, but it definitely is a massage you can feel. And I love that about this chair. The other one downside that I will say though is that there is no preset for your shoulders. It does come with like 8 preset massages that you can choose from, but none of them are for your shoulders, which is really a shame considering it has these shoulder airbags. That doesn't mean that it won't come up to your shoulders and massage your shoulders and your upper back, but it's going to leave that area to go back down towards your hips and your waist, and you're not going to just get that upper back shoulder massage that you may want, which is a downside. And oddly enough, it does come with a built-in massage for your waist and your hips, but there is no waist and hips airbags to complement that massage, so it's one that very unfortunately hardly ever gets used by anybody in this house. The remote itself is a very nice remote. It has an LCD screen on it, but one has to ask themselves, why is there an LCD screen on a remote when it's not touchscreen? It sort of totally defeats the purpose. It has no purpose other than making the chair probably more expensive. Because literally I would rather have just like little green or red light indicators to show me where I'm at. I don't need an LCD screen for that when I can try to press the button and it does nothing because I have to come down here and press the buttons to be able to control the LCD, which I find totally a waste of, like, it makes no sense to me. It's just a waste of time. If you want heat, it does have heat here in the lumbar region, sort of right here. There is heating nowhere else on this chair. But it does heat up very fast. I generally fill it within a couple minutes of turning the chair on. If even that, usually 1 to 2 minutes, I'm feeling the heat from the chair. And it does get pretty hot, but it kind of sucks that it's only right here. It would have been nice to also maybe have that on the feet area. So if you decide that you want to use one of the auto options, my favorite is going to be text neck, and my second favorite would probably be shape and tone, and then my third favorite is sweet dream. But all in all, it's going to come with 8 preset massages. So you have one called Restore, Deep Tissue, Text Neck, Waist and Hips, Shape and Tone, Thigh, Sweet Dream, and AM Routine. So they do have one for waking up and one to kind of help put you to sleep when you're going to bed. The custom massages I sometimes found to be a little bit kind of wonky when I'm trying to set the settings. If you are ever trying to set a custom massage and once you select, something like intensity and you press right and you can't get over to change the intensity, which is actually happening right now, what I have found works best is to go and actually go to footrest and turn on the footrest and then go back to custom to set your other settings. And for some reason, that tends to make those settings want to wake up and start letting you activate them. The actual auto mode, though, is generally where I usually will be. Instead of trying to do the custom massages, I will generally just go in and do the auto massage. It does have a language selector. I have not used that. I will go down here and take a look. It does look like we have 4 different languages, but I'm not entirely sure what they are. Malay English, and the other 2 are actually written in like maybe Chinese or Korean or something, Japan, I don't know. So I don't actually know what languages those are. So that part there should probably be displayed in the language that's selected, in this case English, rather than whatever that is. So it has 4 languages, but I have no clue what they are. Right now, this is inside the complete zero gravity position. It's laid completely all the way back. The shoulder airbags here are completely expanded out. Now, my wife is Filipino, and when she has a very small build. And if you have anybody else in your house that is a small build, this will be something to think about. When she sits in the chair, these shoulder airbags will actually not touch her shoulders at all. And she looked at me very oddly and she said, "What are these for? What do these do?" And I, told her, "Well, they're supposed to be for your shoulders, but they would not reach your shoulders." So if you have somebody who's a little bit smaller build in your household, that is something to think about. Do not use this chair if you weigh over 260 pounds. It does have a weight limit of 260 pounds. It will have, when it's turned on, lights here on each side. You can see a little bit of the blue coming from the side there. But that does give it an extra sense of kind of just coolness. What I did was I actually plugged the chair into an Alexa outlet and then plugged that into a rather good surge protector with a rather high joule protection rating, and that allows me to turn the chair on and off with Alexa, which is something you otherwise won't be able to do. Your power switch to this chair is back here in the back, on the lower back, and if you plan to use the chair, you're going to have to flip that every single time you want to get in the chair, and once you get out and you want to turn the chair off, you're going to have to flip that to turn the chair off. So I find that the Alexa control does help a lot. Another thing to note is that when your massage ends, the chair will not always go back down to the normal chair position of where you can just get out of it. Sometimes it will stop here in this zero gravity position. And then, your chair actually shuts down, which kind of, you can't just hop out of it. I'm assuming maybe it does this so if you fall asleep in the actual chair, it's not waking you up or keeps you in that sleeping position. But I wish there was a setting to also allow it to always be turned back down to normal. Because what you'll have to do if that happens is you'll have to take your remote, you'll have to hold down the power button for 2 seconds and turn the chair back on. And then once your chair is turned back on, then you can actually come in and you can say, okay, now I want to lower the chair back down. And this button here, there's 4 buttons on the armrest. There is a power button, an on and off button, and then 1 button to control the position of the chair between all the way down or all the way back in zero gravity position. So that is something that you'll want to be aware of. If your remote locks up, you have to hold down the OK button for 2 seconds to be able to turn the remote back on. Once it's done, there just this little slip right here just slides your remote down in there and hang it over the arm pole. So if you go to clean your chair, I found that if you want to spray it down with a little bit of Lysol and then just using water to wipe it off, that's generally what I've been doing. Online it says you can use some mild detergent, mild soaps. I have not been doing that because I wasn't sure what was considered a mild detergent or a mild soap. If you are like me, you generally are going out there looking for accessories made specifically for this. I would love to find a massage chair cleaner accessory that I could purchase, but I can't. I don't know if a normal leather cleaner would work best, if something like Dawn soap would work best. So I've generally just been using Lysol, spray it down a little bit, kill the germs, and then go over it with water, and that seems to work fine. Again, recap, the downsides to this chair are going to be the fact that there's no hip airbags, that there is no setting, preset auto massage setting for the upper back shoulder area, that the music can be very muffled because the chair actually covers up the speakers here on the sides of the chair and makes it difficult to hear the music sometimes. Those would be the downsides. Again, the upsides, the foot, feet, calf massage is amazing. And as far as the actual back massage itself, it gives a very powerful back massage, better than some of the other chairs that I've tried from OSAKI, as even other brands. And it does give a very powerful massage. So you can choose for it to be less powerful if you want. But I do recommend this chair. I would give it a 4 out of 5 star rating. If you're looking for white glove service, which is where they come in and they bring it in and they set it up for you, if you're older or maybe you can't lift things too well or you don't have a friend to come and help you, then it might be worth it. But in general, if you have anybody else who can come over and help you, or you don't mind lifting some things, I would generally recommend having a dolly. You don't really need that service. It's going to come in 2 pieces. It's going to come in this piece here. It's going to come in the footrest here. You generally are just going to have 2 hoses. You have to connect for the footrest. You're going to have to unscrew some little bolts on either side here. You're going to connect the chair, the footrest to the chair, put the bolts back on, and then this piece here was probably the only part that was really hard. It's a zipper, but the zipper's on the other side, so you're left wondering who designed this. And you have to come in here to close the zipper, but once you think about it, it was actually done so that it is seamless and looks like one piece, and that's why it was actually created that way. But you could totally do this with 1 to 2 people. I would definitely recommend 2, not 1. But if you're older, like I said, or you have health problems, maybe you're not comfortable lifting heavy things, then it might be worth going ahead and paying for the white glove service. If I could have chosen maybe one other thing for this chair, I would like for the arm airbags to maybe put pressure on the upper arm and then my lower arm independently, rather as just compressing together all at once over my entire arm. But that's not the end of the world type of thing. The massage is still very good and very powerful. I do recommend this chair. Again, 4 out of 5 stars. I paid $2,000 for the OSAKI OS Capella on Amazon. I think that is a fair, good price for it. I would not pay more than $3,000 for this chair. I think that there are other chairs out there with a lot of competitive advantages over this chair, such as hip airbags, different things like that I think may be better speakers, preset massage for your shoulder, upper back area, once you get past that $3,000 mark. So at from $2,000 to $3,000, I think that's a fair price to pay for this. I think $2,000 was a great price for this. But you know, a lot of the stores out there are still charging $4,500 for this chair, and I would not pay that much for this chair. So that's just something to think about, but it is an awesome chair. I do recommend it. If you found this video helpful or you'd like to see more videos from me, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Again, I do normally cover VR related technology and reviews, but I started doing that because I ran into products that had no reviews out there and no information. So I started doing them myself, and that was kind of the case with the OS Capella massage chair. I could not find any actual written reviews out there on this chair or any video reviews on this chair, so I wanted to do one. If you have any questions, get in the comments. If I can answer the question for you, I'll be happy to do so. I've only had my chair for about 2.5 weeks, so I'm actually still learning about this chair myself. But so far, I'm very happy with it. My wife is very happy with it. It's super comfortable. It's pretty easy to control, and it don't take up a lot of room compared to a lot of the other massage chairs. I don't feel like this chair is overly bulky. It does come in different colors. You can get it in black, gray, or brown. The brown, to me, I thought looked the best, kind of the most elegant. I have a blue couch, and it sort of just fit with my living room. But the black one looks more brown on this area and black on the sides, and then the gray one is just sort of all gray. I really like this one, but I don't think you would go wrong with any of the colors, depending on what works best with your living room setup. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Love the chair, powerful massage. Has some shortcomings, but not enough to complain about at the $2,000 price point found on Amazon. One last thing, guys, if you want a more powerful massage on your neck, you can always flip this back, and then flip this back, and then flip this back, which will expose the rollers right here that will hit your neck specifically for a more powerful neck massage. I'll end this video by actually getting into the chair for you guys. One thing I'll notice when you go to get in the chair, do not step on the foot rollers. It's actually a little sticker in there, but it's hard to see if you don't check it before you actually start using the chair. So don't step on this. You want to sit in the chair without necessarily putting pressure on the feet rollers. So what I'll normally do is step around and then kind of just fall back into the chair like such. And Alexa, turn on the massage chair. Now, if you want to be able to do that, again, this chair is not a smart chair by default. You will have to actually get an Amazon smart plug, and then you definitely want that plugged into a surge protector, a rather high joule surge protector. The joules of a surge protector is how much it can actually protect. Then you would just plug the Amazon plug into the surge protector, and then plug the massage chair into the Amazon plug, which will allow you to control it with an Alexa Dot or any other Alexa hub that you can control devices from. Once your chair is on, you take out your remote. You have to hold down the power button for 2 seconds, and the chair comes on, and it'll start to lean back almost to the zero gravity position, but not quite. The next thing that I generally don't do the custom massages. Again, if you do, start off by hitting the footrest before you go hit into custom, because sometimes I've had problems with getting to the settings if I don't go in that route. But I'm just going to go to auto because that's what I enjoy. I'm going to hit heat first. The heat is the bottom button down here on the remote. And then once I've got my chair going, I'm going to go into auto, and then I'm going to go to text neck, which is my favorite one, and I just hit OK. Now, once I hit OK, I can put my remote back into its case here, and then I'm just going to take my arms and I'm going to slide them into the arm area. The footrest is going to expand out, meaning it's going to push down as far as it's going to go out. You don't necessarily want to follow that with your feet. You want to keep your feet at a comfortable position, no further than where that you would like them to stretch. What's going to happen is the footrest is actually going to come back up and meet your feet, and you want to hold your feet firm in place. It's going to realize where your feet are and adjust according to your height. So that's why that does that, is it's actually figuring out how tall you are. Right now it's beeping. What that's doing is, while it's doing that, it's actually scanning my shoulders and figuring out where my shoulders are. So if you have different people who are different height or have different width shoulders, it will actually be able to tell how tall you are, where the footrest should meet, and where the top of your shoulders are. Right now my arms are compressing. It has figured out because I held my feet firm. You don't want to push down on the footrest when it comes back up. You just want to hold your foot steady in place and let it come up and meet your foot, and don't let it push your feet back up. Just don't push it down. Just keep your feet steady, and it will stop right where your feet are held. And again, that's to gather your height. So right now it's kind of massaging in between my upper and lower back. The shoulder airbags that are coming out is moving down toward kind of my buttocks area. And again, this chair really offers a strong massage. The foot rollers have started kicking in. And this chair really does offer a great, phenomenal back massage, lower back massage. I just wish it had those hip airbags. It would make such a world of difference if it did. I'm now going back into a further stage of zero gravity. It will really go back. You kind of feel like you're on a roller coaster here. So it's now going to the airbags are coming over my feet. My shoulders are pressing in. So guys, this is really, like the end of the video. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what the chair looked like when it was in use. And again, when the massage ends, it's not necessarily always going to. Most massages last about 15 to 30 minutes. So if I want to end the massage right now, I'm going to hold down OK to unlock the remote. At that point, I'm just going to hit power, which you can't hit it, you have to hold it down. So once I hit power, the chair is going to slowly start moving back to the up position. So it's important just to wait on it and let it start working back down. One thing to be wary of is when you're up, if you do have pets like I do, make sure that they don't get trapped underneath the chair when it's in the zero gravity position. So it actually did manage to come all the way back down, which is great. If it doesn't, turn the chair back on, hold down the, I believe it's the actual up button, and it will set the chair back directly sitting straight up like this. Once you're done with that, you can put the remote back down into the pouch. And if you are using an Alexa plug like me, Alexa, turn the massage chair off. And the chair will automatically shut off. Although I don't think she heard me. Alexa, turn the massage chair off. Okay. And my massage chair is now turned off. If you don't have that, again, when you go to get out of the chair, do not put weight on the foot rollers. Get up around it. If you do not have that, once you stand up, you're going to want to actually come back here to the back of the chair and flip the switch. Do not leave the chair turned on all the time. If you guys have any questions about this chair, I've only had it about 2 weeks, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. If I'm capable of answering the questions, I had some concerns about this chair. I wondered how good the massage was, and I couldn't find a lot about it. If you're on the fence about it, I would say if you can get this chair for the $2,000 that I paid for it on Amazon, I would 100% recommend it. It is a great chair. If you're trying to try it, look for a Titan or OSAKI store around you. There's not a lot. But if you can find one, sometimes they will let you come in and be able to try the chair, sort of like a storefront. That's what I was able to do. If you found the video helpful, again, feel free to subscribe to the channel to catch all future content, like the video, and I hope you guys found this useful. And anyways, I am VR Nosy. Again, I normally cover VR related content, but I wanted to do something on this chair since there wasn't anything else out there. Hope you guys have a great week, and I will catch you around.